before we get into this review, I want to make something really clear. I like the tattoos in this movie. Yeah, I'm too much of a pussy to get a tattoo myself, but I do love seeing them on some good people with some great bodies. Yeah, girl. Let's cue title scene. Divergent is the next movie in the trend of taking teen novels that have premises way too intelligent for teen girls and making them into big Hollywood blockbusters that try to rip off the Twilight formula. So, the question being, does this film follow that suit and do it? Surprisingly, no. I mean, look, if you're going into this expecting the most original, fascinating movie of all time, don't. This movie is very cliche. The plot is way more confusing than it needs to be, and that's kind of where the bad points end. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are huge bad points that unfortunately make up a good portion of the movie, but surprisingly, this film's pretty okay. I did a talk in trailers about this a while back and said I wasn't really looking forward to this, but after walking out of the theater, I found myself thoroughly entertained, and I really believe a lot of that has to do with our main starlet, Shailene Woodley. She plays this girl, and the whole premise is it's the post-apocalyptic future, and the way it works is everyone is put in different divisions and sects, and that's how they live their lives. Woodley, however, is called a divergent, meaning that she doesn't fit into any convention, she doesn't fit the normality, she's a free thinker, original thoughts, all this good stuff. And so, because of this, for reasons never totally explained, they don't kill her, but she's allowed to become a cop or a soldier, and she teams up with other divergents, including some really hot guy, and yeah, it's one of those movies. We see her build up, we see her get stronger, more mature, so she can take on the bad guys, but even when the bad guys get taken on, it sort of leaves things open for sequels and stuff like that. And from that, the movie does follow all this formula very well, but it's also very good. Like I said, I liked Woodley. She was very charismatic. She made the character come off as believable, likable. And when you see her train, you believe it. I believed she could become this badass. I believed she was this weak, timid girl at the beginning, but she became strong and independent and original and powerful by the end of the movie, and I believed it. The main guy in this movie, I've seen him in a couple other things, and he's usually crap, but he was really good. I mean, for what he's allowed to do, he's not really given much to do to begin with, but what he does do, he does it very well. He came off as like the bad boy who's also got kind of a heart. I thought him and Woodley had good chemistry. From there, the cast is mostly Cate Blanchett, who this movie's been marketing the shit out of. And she didn't bring much to this movie. I'm not going to lie, she's good. I mean, Cate Blanchett's an Academy Award-winning actress, but realistically, the role could have been played by anyone, and I don't think it would have been much different. Essentially, she's just your typical villainess. I gotta stop the Divergent because she's going to cause trouble and break order in society and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Blanchett, I didn't think do anything original. She was good in the role. She was scary, intimidating, but to be fair, that's not really making a character. That's just getting the tone right, which I feel a dozen other actors would have done just as fine. So, overall, I'd say this movie is okay. It has a complicated plot that's going to keep you lost for most of the movie. You're not going to care about half of what's going on because you've seen it all 1,000 times, really just over the past couple of years. But if you're willing to look past all that, enjoy Woodley's performance, have fun with some actually really good action for a movie this early in the year, and enjoy the characters, enjoy what's going on, and maybe sort of take away a little moral or two, get your daily feeling of this is how we should live our lives, that kind of thing, you'll find Divergent pretty enjoyable. And you know what? I did too. I will say Divergent is a 7 out of 10 on the action scale. Yeah, it didn't go in the romantic scale. Because you know what? It's a good movie. For what it is. The Muppets will most likely be better. Doesn't matter how bad it is, 100% certain on that one. But, you know what? What do you think? Tell me what your favorite or non-favorite of these teen romance action movie things are. Leave that comment below, and as always, click to like and click to subscribe because the Muppets are coming out tomorrow. Or at least that's when I get to go see it. Give me a break. Money's hard to get.